Hello guys, Chris back here again with another episode of MTGA Brawl. Today we're actually playing Werewolves, a very popular tribe from Innistrad Midnight Hunt that we just hadn't gotten around to yet because you've seen enough of Werewolves in Draft, you've seen enough of Werewolves in Standard. Historic Brawl doesn't really offer too much more. The only real things that it offers are just cool red and green cards that used to be somewhat interesting or playable in the past, like Guardian Project, and you got Ambercleave, and what are a couple of other ones? Cindervines used to be a good sideboard card for artifact removal, and against spell-heavy decks. Okay, whew. Yeah, there's just a lot of red-green cards that were really cool back in the past that are the reason why I'm playing this deck now instead of when it first came out. Because it wasn't really that much interesting to go off of, you know? It's just this. This is what it does. You play Toski and Tovolar, and you hit people, and you gain value, and there's not really much more to say about it. So what's the worst thing we could play? Best thing we could play out from our hand? Probably that. Give it haste. Draw 3 more cards. Yeah. So our opponent kind of needs a Wrath. Not really a Wrath, but it's definitely getting closer. So goodbye all his glitter. Yeah, this is just a scary board state. Our opponent decides to kill the commander and go out on... Well, I guess they don't go out. But they're practically dead. Now we'll keep her. Yeah, so, I mean... I don't really find these kind of decks that interesting. Because they're not control decks, which are the most interesting type of deck. And they just kind of just hit people till they die, which I'm okay with. It's an archetype that I think is good for the game and is enjoyable to play on occasion. Like, I play elves a lot, and it basically is the same idea, except it's a little bit more nuanced. But yeah, this is the hit you draw card strategy that you see in things like the old tempo decks. We're gonna free mull that. There we go, that's a better hand. It's not that much better, but Rootbound Crag, unless you control a mountain. Control 2 more lands, okay. So we have Forest into Rootbound Crag into Rockvale. And that gets us our 3 mana on turn 3. This card right here is in the deck, even though it's not a werewolf, because I want to tap a Gaia's Cradle, untap a Gaia's Cradle, and just have more mana than is humanly possible to use. I think we're up against, yeah, we're up against Selesnya humans, I'd imagine. Which I like. I like Selesnya humans as an archetype. I don't know if it's actually going to go anywhere against us. I get the feeling that this is the kind of story that the werewolves win. No blocks. I think we're going to throw away our... yeah. What the hell just happened? Why didn't they return it to their command zone? Is there a white reanimation spell? Oh, okay. That makes sense. It's better the blocker, I think. Yes, I think the cards that we got off of Escape to the Wild harmonizes on the short list of things I'd like to cast. The rest I can throw away pretty willingly. I mean, I could just... yeah, I think we're gonna just shoot up our boy. I will auto pay the 1. Because that gives us a 6/5 with Trample. That draws us a card when it hits. Not too bad, all things considered. I'm probably going to fight down Sigarda next turn. That's generally where I think things are going. Although they might have some sneaky human combo that I'm not aware of. Historic is... it's not a big format, but it's big enough that I wouldn't be surprised if there's a sneaky human combo somewhere around. So, step 1. Pay. You're gonna fight the angel. And then we're gonna play a Toski. We're not gonna attack. I guess it would have been better to play the Reckless Stormseeker. Would you go away, Sigarda? Catalia is a good card. Catilda? I cannot pronounce her name, despite the fact that I have really enjoyed playing with her both in Standard and Brawl. I think we go for Toski. because Toski has to attack. Yeah, I guess this is what we're doing. So we're going to draw at least one card at minimum. We can attack in with 2 threats. We're actually going to have to attack in with 3, but Toski's not going to get anything done if blocked properly. She's actually a very scary lord. Oh, crap. I sent my Harvest Tide Infiltrator to his grave. Although they do have some difficult blocks to make. And Toski is a good card. Yeah, so Harvest Tide can never get Death Touch. Man, I forgot you existed in Standard. You're not a very good card. We get a flip next turn, though. So we can't afford to take 20, which is unfortunate. Why didn't I block? No! I meant to block with my Viper Fang. I just skipped through it. We probably would have been able to pull off a victory next turn. I'm gonna reroll that real quick. Should have done that earlier, but I forgot. Alright. Round 2. Round 3. Final round. We're up against Sir Gwen, which is, for those of you who don't remember, the Eldraine Precons is pretty much the easy win option. Not for the person playing it, for the person playing against it. Because unlike old Tulane or Corvald or even the Fairy to some degrees, just not that great. Although I say that he has clapped us before. You know, this card would probably be better if it just drew a card. Imagine that 2 mana, draw a card, you may put a land from your hand onto the battlefield. That kind of effect's crazy, am I right? Each opponent. Yeah, probably couldn't do it in those colors, so might have to make it like blue or something. So I want to work my way up towards 5 mana. At 5 mana, you can start doing some crazy things. Especially with this hand. We'll just get down to Tolflar. Start the cycle. The cycle of day and night. That's a 4/5? That's crazy. Yeah, I can't change that. We could fight it down next turn with Arnie slays the troll. But they gotta have a removal spell, right? Yeah. Strip mine. Can't believe Wizards will allow such a degenerate card to happen in Historic. I mean, they clearly care about the format. That's why they printed Brainstorm, am I right? I was hoping to see 2 lands there. But nope. So now we just gotta play some of these werewolf cards we have over in our second hand. It's weird having 2 hands, but that's kind of what Escape to the Wild does for you. Sort of Body and Mind. When did you make your way into Historic? Why aren't you in my deck? Mills 10? Ugh, that's crazy. It's crazy. So our creatures are just a little underpowered. I'm guessing they just decided to play Sir Gwyn because, well, maybe they're doing it because they like Mardu, but he's equipment. I mean, they are playing a powerful equipment, so that might be where he's from, but where their deck is trying to go, I assume is where it's trying to go. Knights and equipment seem like Sir Gwyn's main direction, but Historic is one of those weird formats where you have a limited number of commanders, so there's not always a commander that's like the best option for whatever deck you're trying to run. Really. Really? Embercleave. Well, we got janked out game 3. I can't complain though. That was kind of cool. I'm happy to see Sir Gwyn do something, even if I did trash talk him a bit. Well, I'd like to thank you all so much for watching. Remember, if you liked the video, to leave a like, subscribe to the channel, and I will see you in the next episode. Bye for now.